wanted to make a video about the healing quality of landscape observation. So in a way that is connected to the way these old ancient druids used to see the hill or the landscape. So they used to look at it through very different eyes, but we obviously need to take it into our modern context. So it's quite a different approach now than it was back then to make it useful. I'll just show you where I am so you can get a wee look. You can see a meadow pipit over there actually, way up there. Really nice cloud formations. So I'm sitting in this hollow because of the wind is coming over the top. So the first thing with landscape observation to connect with this healing gesture is to drop your wanting. In other words, drop your baggage. So free yourself from these thoughts that you're carrying that kind of like, why am I doing this? What am I going to get out of it? Type thing. Just breathe into your body and connect into gratefulness for your health, where you are, what you have, what you don't have, and just relax into that. And then the next part is to look at the whole thing in wonder and reverence. That skylark's really helping at the moment. Listen to it. It's right above me there. Can you see it? Look at that. Wonderful. It really helped with wonder and reverence, doesn't it? It was right on cue. Fantastic. So yeah, so connect in with this wonder and reverence. And one of the ways that I do that is to connect into gratefulness. Just be grateful for things, and that gives you the foundation to connect into the seeing of wonder and reverence. The other way is imagine you approaching it as a child would approach it. And it's kind of not seeing it from the past, being totally present with it. And the next stage is just to have a look at it and get your first impressions. Have a look at the landscape there. So this kind of, I get this kind of upright holding quality, kind of grail quality, light holding quality. And you just keep on sharing that. If you're in a group, you go around and you share all that. And then the next stage is direct sensory, so touching the stuff, the moss, the plants, breathe in the air. Any other plants that are there, like the heather. It's amazingly dry. Totally different feeling than the damp moss. These two qualities. Something else that you can do if you're on your own is to draw it. Or you can just do the movement with your hand over the contours. Just move down, move back up. And just feel that in your body. And then the next stage is what I call the time process. So it has to do with the movement. So that exercise with moving over the landscape with your hand, the contours, is a good one. Because it kind of represents how the glaciers would have moved. The water moves on the landscape. How the wind moves on the landscape. So all these things. And how that works over time. Even the time I've been here, that the plants have been growing. But maybe a big glacier went down there at one time, and that's how that got all hollowed. So you can see you're kind of taking stuff that you know and using it to get the connect into the time process, this kind of growing quality of the landscape, how it's come to be the way it is. And then the next stage is meeting the being. So with me now, it's like one aspect of it is this kind of upholding the light quality. Has this kind of holding, this whole bit here has this kind of upholding quality. Even in that wee valley there, it has this kind of holding quality. It's holding up to the light, to the heavens. You get this kind of feeling when you're up here. Look at the cloud formations. Really open to the sky. You don't often get these plateaus as well. It's a kind of plateau that we've got here. And it's kind of Cairngormy. You get a wee bit on this hill here. So yeah, that'd be one aspect of this being, is this kind of grail quality. And then you go into the meeting the being. So in that sense, you would get into this kind of feeling that in your body, kind of shamanic process of embodying it. Imagine that opening quality. Feel it in your body and your gesture. You might even want to do this kind of lifting up the arms, this kind of holding. Really feel it. Just feel the presence of it. Of course, I'm doing it really quick here because I'm on a live video, but you'd normally take a lot longer. You could take weeks to do this whole process if you were working in a group. And then so that's like being the being, and then stepping back. So you step back from that, and you kind of notice the difference, the separating difference between the being and who you are. So it's very much connected to self-knowledge. All these, each stage of this goes incredibly deep. So, you know, there's like, you can go as deep as you want in each stage. You can use them for anything, coaching, use them for coaching, inner development, and also for what you're going to do and build on landscape. And just like we're doing here, connecting with this healing quality of the landscape. So this landscape here, now you're coming right back. So you're asking, what is this healing quality of the landscape? So I would say personally, for me, it has this quality of reconnecting you with this higher sphere, the truth of life, reconnecting you with the living spirit of life. Yeah, and it goes through the soul quality, which is the kind of clouds in the air. Look at that cloud quality there. It's this kind of upholding to the light from the earth. And be able to walk, almost like to be able to walk in kind of heaven in a way. So I would say that's the healing gesture of this particular part of the hill and this landscape here. So, yeah, so the stage after that is to make a preparation from the healing quality. You can do that with using the water dew droplets, or some running water, or you can use it as a kind of poem or thought gesture. Anyway, you can see that's how you connect in with the healing quality of the landscape. So get in touch if you want to do a landscape study here in Scotland, and can help you arrange it. Okay, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye just now. Right, I'll maybe just give you a quick review of the landscape to finish with. That's us.